How would you grade him?
Probably with a punch to the face. As a gay woman in America that's married to, or like partnered with another woman that's undocumented, absolutely not. Considering what he just passed, she won't be allowed to stay here. Kyle Rittenhouse, what's he doing? He should be in prison. Literally, as a white cis man in America, he can get away with murder, and he did. No, I don't believe that undocumented humans should be arrested and picked up and deported.
Donald Trump's first week in office. How would you grade him?
Probably with a punch to the face. I cannot stand that man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I love the reaction. Number one, that's exactly what I'm going for. Strong feelings out here. Okay. Why would you grade him with a punch in the face?
As a gay woman in America that's married to, or like partnered with another woman that's undocumented,
So listen, her girlfriend starts out as an undocumented, but then she retracts and says she's documented, but her parents were undocumented, but they're dead, so that doesn't matter. And her girlfriend's in the military. They're not going to kick her out of the fucking military because she's a documented American citizen, I guess. It's in the U.S. military. They don't want trans in there.
Child of immigrants.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
She's documented, but her parents weren't. So therefore, considering what he just passed, she won't be allowed to stay here.
Okay.
And she's in the military, so they are allowed to kick her out based on sexual orientation.
Okay.
No, they're not.
She's
Right.
gay.
No.
Okay. That's a lot.
That's exactly, they're not doing that. They're not kicking nobody out. This bitch is so full of shit. She needs to be fucking sucking on Rachel Maddow's tit, T-Malone, or Joy Reid or something.
Unravel. So the executive
Lawrence O'Donnell.
orders, that was really my next question, was which executive order can you point to and say, this one I'm most worried about?
The civil rights movement being neglected, basically, just overturned entirely.
Okay. Was that one of his executive orders, like overturning the civil rights movement?
Yes, on day one.
Okay. Which I honestly have not heard about that one. What was it called?
I'm not sure exactly what.
Like overturning, like no more civil rights?
Donald Trump's not doing any of those things. She's full of shit. And she's been lied to. And it shows. Parents are probably white, or probably Trump supporters.
Was it? I don't know. I don't know what he called it.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure. Well, no, I'm certain that that's what he's doing. He's
Okay.
overturning the civil rights movement entirely by doing.
He's overturning the whole civil rights movement, she said. What would make you believe that? What would make you fucking believe that? Because they're deporting criminals out of our country? You fuck? You're un-American. Why don't you go to Mexico with your girlfriend?
That allowed to discriminate workers. Workers are allowed to discriminate against like who they hire based on sexual orientation, gender, color, all of that.
Yeah, that's literally not happening.
So he made that like, with executive orders, you're now allowed to discriminate who you hire based on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I've not heard
The
about that.
United States Navy just put out an executive order saying that that is allowed, and that they are allowed to basically not prosecute but dismiss people based on that information.
You mentioned your friend's parents were here. They're here illegally, and so she's worried about her citizenship status, basically?
Well, she was born here.
Yeah.
Both of her biological parents were immigrants.
Okay.
And
Legal or?
no.
No, illegal?
No, they were both undocumented.
Okay.
They are both dead.
Oh, okay.
So she,
Sorry about that.
yeah.
That's not good.
But yeah, she's a child of immigrants, and she's now in the United States Air Force.
Okay.
And she's just worried that she could be discriminated in that sense, as well as being gay, woman, brown. Being brown.
We hit all the points. All the points. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that is definitely troubling. Well, good news is Trump's only going after the illegals in the country who have committed a further crime. So as long
And then so she goes, she'll tape her off to something else. And what about this? And what about that? And what about this? And what about the whatabouts? We got the whatabouts.
Is like no one's committing a crime that you know is undocumented, they should be good.
I hope so.
Yeah, so as long as just tell your undocumented friends like don't commit crimes. So you should be good.
Then why is ICE going to schools?
Because there's probably people there who have committed crimes that are not supposed to be in the country, that the Biden administration has let remain in the country.
Children?
Children?
We're going to elementary schools.
And they're rounding up children?
Yes.
Which elementary school?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have
Where did that happen?
ICE has been like going to different schools to get undocumented children.
Okay. So perhaps, so I don't know what you're talking about, but off the top of my head, I would see that as they're undocumented children. Their parents have probably been detained in some sense from ICE. And so the best thing would be is to go get the children to house them somewhere else instead of having them go home and their parents aren't there.
That's still so fucked to me.
I'm not saying that it's not, but I'm saying they're definitely not rounding up children and just deporting them. They're probably something happened with the parents and they're going and getting the children so the children aren't going home to no one there and there's no one to take care of them, which if they're going to do A, I guess it's responsible to do B.
Have you ever seen what an ICE facility looks like?
I've seen pictures.
It's fucking vile.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
I don't think that taking them out of their school with peers and a teacher that loves them is appropriate at all. I don't think that coming out of school is appropriate at all. I don't think that...
So would it be better if their parents got arrested because they're perhaps criminal aliens, that they do get picked up by ICE and held somewhere instead of going home to no one being there?
No, because I personally believe that they shouldn't be detained in the first place. There is no such thing as an illegal. What is an illegal human? That's fucking wild.
Well, no, it's not that the people themselves, it's not illegal to be a human from any country. It's that the people coming here and just crossing our border, that their status, their immigration status and their citizenship status is what's illegal because they came here illegally.
Then why is it so hard to get citizenship?
I don't know. I'm not a lawmaker. And I'm not saying that our immigration laws are perfect, but I do know that the Biden administration let in a ton of people, especially criminals, and especially the person who murdered Laken Riley. I don't know if you've heard about Laken Riley, but that is someone who should have been deported because he committed a crime, but instead he was let go. I mean, he's not even held by the police department, and he went and he murdered her. So that's examples of people Trump is taking out of the country, and I think that's a good thing. We shouldn't have people here who came into our country illegally and then committed a further crime, and they kind of lost their ability to be on our soil if they're going to commit crimes against people that are living here and that are citizens.
I don't believe that for a second. Okay. Do you know the...
So indoctrinated. So sad.
Like the rates of the serial killers that happen in our country, they're all white men.
They're not all white men. So most serial killers, how would you define a serial killer?
Or just, mass murders in general.
Yeah, most of those are committed by gangs, and most gang members are not white.
If you're talking about in a social setting, schools, churches, all of that that's happened in the last few years, they're all white men. And Kyle Rittenhouse, what's he doing?
I'm not sure. I could probably text him.
Probably. He's,
I could probably, hey Kyle, how's it going? What are you up to these days?
The fact that he has a phone is crazy. He should be in prison.
For what?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. What should he be in prison for? He was found not guilty, and he used self-defense to save his life from a person who already has a record of murdering somebody else. What should he be in jail for?
Why was he there in the first place?
He was defending his property, and he was helping his friends defend their properties.
It wasn't his property. His mom dropped him off. It's
so
not
he was helping his friends defend their property. And why were the BLM rioters there?
Why wouldn't they be?
Why would they be? It's not their property.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so it matters that Kyle's there, so he had no reason to be there because he doesn't own any property. They weren't aggressive. He had to shoot them to defend his
sure he
life
did.
because they chased him with a gun.
He's a white man. I'm sure he did. And he got away with it. Love that for him.
No, he didn't get away with anything because he didn't do anything wrong. But what's him being white have to do with it?
Everything.
Explain.
Literally, as a white cis man in America, he can get away with murder, and he did.
No, he was found not guilty, and he defended his life against another white man.
I don't believe that for a second.
Do you think if someone's chasing you and saying, get him with a gun... Were you there?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I wasn't.
It's funny that you're telling me I need all these standards to make an opinion, but you also have opinions, and neither of us were there.
No.
So, I mean, hold yourself to the same standard. I would appreciate that. But, again, he defended himself. This is so far in the past anyway, and you're so against people committing crimes and getting away with it. But what about, again, the illegal aliens that we're talking about committing crimes? You want them to get away with it, but you think Kyle Rittenhouse should be in jail for defending himself, and was found not guilty by a jury of his peers.
I'm sure he was found not guilty. He's a white cis man in America. However, no, I don't believe that undocumented humans should be arrested and picked up and deported. There is not a chance in hell that, there's no way. There's no way that if I was trying to better my life, better my family's life, and do that for my family, travel across borders, do all of that, that you should be picked up by ICE and deported.
I told you again, that's not what's happening. It's just because you're undocumented doesn't mean you're being rounded up. If you've committed a crime, the executive order is about criminal aliens, people who entered the country illegally and then committed a further crime are being deported because
Being
Biden
here is a crime in itself. That is enough of
illegally.
a crime.
I agree with you.
That's enough of a crime for them to be arrested.
But that's not what they're doing.
But it's happening.
That's not what they're doing.
It's happening.
There is no one that's been deported by the Trump administration in the last week that has just been deported because they've, I agree with you, committed the crime of coming in here illegally. There's no one. There's no one. They've only been deported if they have a criminal track record or if they commit a crime and get picked up by the police and are deported or charged with a crime. They get sent to ICE and then they're deported. I have no clue what that was.
That's an old man.
Okay.
I gotta go.
I appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Enjoy this weather. We might disagree, but enjoy this good day. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more content like this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with all your friends, especially the liberal ones. And go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett to support my work to keep coming out here and giving you this content. See you there. How would you grade Trump's first week in office?
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
It's messed up. It's f***ed up, okay? I'm pissed off. Like, he did so much. He did more bad than good in his first week. He can suck it.
I'm just trying to keep my mental health in check and not lose my mind.